cost of living crisis in the United Kingdom continues to worsen, skyrocketing car insurance as the prices are shooting up by as 70%.
Premiums on cars going up.
Insurance costs have gone up 43%.
Insurance.
Car insurance epidemic.
There's no reason for this to have gone up this much.
Insurance costs.
Insurance.
Insurance.
Car insurance.
Insurance is the biggest scam for any new driver.
Okay, so we all know insurance prices have gone crazy over the last year. And if you're like me, all you ever hear about is people complaining about how expensive their insurance have got. So that's why I'm here today to hopefully get you guys some cheap insurance quotes. How exactly am I gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna walk you guys through exactly how I insured my BMW M235i at only 18 years old. So it's time to put your deposit down on your dream car, because after this video, you're finally gonna be able to get insured on it. Well, hopefully. Everyone's been asking me one thing ever since I got this car. How on earth did I insure it? Well, hopefully today I'm here to clear a few things up. But first, I'm going to tell you a bit about myself. So, my name is Charlie. Yes, somehow your name can affect your quote. I'm 18 years old. As I already said, I've got 1 year no claims bonus. I've had my license for about 11 months. So yeah, not even a full year, and I've still got insured on this for not even that expensive. I live just outside of London, which a lot of people seem to think I live like in the middle of nowhere, which I don't really. I live just outside of London, and I know a lot of people who's around my age paying 3 grand, 4 grand on 1 litre polos. So I'm not in an area where it's notoriously cheap on insurance. I'm a full-time student at sixth form. I am lucky enough to park on private property, but I'm not even sure if that makes that much of a difference as people would think. Only reason I'm saying that is because when I do a quote for just my driveway, it doesn't even go up a significant amount. I only put private property because, well, that's where I park, on private property. And yes, the policy is in my name. I hear a lot of people saying, always put it on his dad's policy. No, I am the policy holder and the main driver. I have both my parents on the policy. That lowers it a lot, so definitely keep that in mind. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I don't want you guys to just assume things and just assume that, oh, I'm lucky just because of this. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to tell you exactly what my insurance price is. I know you guys would love to hear what it is, but I'm keeping it to myself. Okay, so now onto the good stuff. I'm going to go through 3 main tips for you guys to lower your car insurance. The only reason I say 3 is because I'm trying to go a little bit outside the box instead of your average video. So I'm trying to actually get you guys some. I'm telling you, the 3rd tip is actually the complete and only reason I was able to get insured on this. So make sure to keep it in mind and watch to the end of the video. Guys, as I'm recording this video, look at this. My cat has decided to jump on top of my car. Glad it's PPF'd. Okay, so we all know you have to put your age, your name, where you live, all 100% accurate, because if you don't, that's insurance fraud. That's bad. But what you can actually do is tweak your insurance quote and then change what you do. I'll explain. So, for example, for your social, domestic, pleasure and commuting, if you plan on driving your car back and forwards from work, then yeah, obviously choose social, domestic, pleasure and commuting. But you can make the decision, maybe I don't need to drive my car to work, and you can choose social, domestic and pleasure. This is really good for people with jobs that make their insurance price rise a lot. However, I'm sure there's a lot of people who go, well, I can't do that. I have to drive to work my car. Now, here is where this website comes in. This website, basically, you put what job you have, and it will tell you all the jobs that you can put on your insurance without it being a lie. Just tweaks them a little bit, and it will show you the cheapest one. So I use this website. It is absolutely great, and not only can you use the website for yourself, but you can use the website for your additional drivers as well. So for me, my mum, my dad. So all you do on the website is you put your current quote that you got with your current job, and then you put the job and then you put your job, and you press find, and it will go through all of them. What is this website called, you ask? This website is called Money Saver Market, I believe. The link will be in the description, but it is an absolutely excellent website, and honestly can save you, it could save you £1,000. It could. I'm not saying it will, but it could. So definitely give it a look, because it's 100% worth it. Okay, so tip number 2 is all about where you keep your car. So a lot of people think that keeping your car in a locked garage is the cheapest option. Some people that might be right. However, there is certain ways you can get around that. Obviously, not everyone has a locked garage, nor can they put their car in their locked garage. So there's certain ways you can get around that to actually cheapen your insurance. So you usually get the options driveway, street, street near home or street away from home, and locked garage. And then you can usually click more options and you get things like private property. Private property is a great one. However, not every insurance company actually supports you putting it on private property. So sometimes driveway is the best way to do. However, if you have a keyless start car, what do I mean by that? If your car has a start-stop button instead of you twisting the key, there is actually a certain thing that will lower your insurance. So if you choose parking in the street away from home, it might come out to a lower insurance. Why? That literally doesn't make any sense. Why? Now, the reason for this is because for keyless start cars, they are prone to being stolen. That's just a fact, because all they need to do is go in front of your car and put a little signal up and they can start your car, unlock it, start it, whatever, and they can drive away without your key. But if it's parked in the street away from home, then they can't get that signal, therefore your car's less likely to be stolen. So surprisingly, usually street away from home used to be the most expensive. Actually now, for keyless start cars, which is almost 99% of all new cars, you might actually be saving yourself some money. Okay, so now it's time for the big one. Tip number 3. Now, tip number 3 is actually all about what car you're gonna get. Okay, so what do I mean by it's all about what car you get? So, for example, this is how I got insured on this car. My first thing I wanted to get insured on was BMW 240i. Now, the 240i's are the most sought after 2 Series. That's not an M car like the M2. So, therefore, people want them more. People usually have them more. There is more people with a 240i. And what is a 240i? First off, it is the most powerful engine, apart from, as I said, the M cars. It's got the B58, which is renowned for being highly tunable, usually attract the younger audience, or just people who want to thrash their cars, and they're less known for being looked after. However, that doesn't necessarily increase insurance. But what does exactly? For example, I cannot get insured on the M240i. I don't know how. Literally, I wasn't even getting a single quote. However, I got insured on this for fairly cheap. So that is why my theory is all about what kind of car you get. So, because it is the most sought after one, I couldn't get insured on it. Now, what other examples do I have? Let's talk about minis, Mini Coopers. A Mini Cooper JCW for me was about £8,000 a year insurance. Way too expensive. That's got 230 horsepower. It's way too expensive. However, a Mini Cooper S, the same engine, for 190 horsepower, £1,800. So what's that? You didn't go for the big one. You didn't go for the one everyone wants. You went for the one just below. That's still pretty fast, still pretty good. But you went for the one just below, and you're saving yourself a load on insurance. However, there is a little thing here. If you're going to go, well, I really want to go far. I can't get insured on a Golf far, and I went the one just below, and it was a Golf GTI, and I still can't get insured on a Golf GTI. Are you not seeing the pattern here? What examples did I give you? I gave you the examples of this car, a Mini. What do they have in common? BMW 2 Series is much less sought after than the 1 Series. That's just a fact. And what does that mean? They're less likely to be stolen, which means cheaper insurance prices. You really got to boil it down to what is more likely to be stolen. A 2 Series is much less likely to be stolen than a 1 Series simply because they're much less sought after. If I tried to get quoted on a 135i, it would be, I know the quote is mad. It's too expensive, couldn't afford it. But because it's 2 Series, it's the same. What does the Mini Cooper have in common? A Mini Cooper, John Cooper Works, let's be real, it's less sought after than a Golf GTI. Let's be honest. But that means they're stolen less. That means there's less on the road. Therefore, they attract a more mature audience, insurance companies think. So, you're more likely to be insured. But as I said, Mini John Cooper Works, I mean, that's still pretty sought after. But no one thinks about the one just because it's not as sought after as a Golf GTI, no one thinks about the one just below, the Cooper S. Are you seeing what I'm saying now? I really hope you guys do, because this, if you can nail this trick, this is how I got insured. Alright guys, so basically what I'm trying to say is you've got to find those loophole cars that are really going to make your insurance much cheaper that not many people know about. Alright guys, so click up here if you want to watch another video on insurance made by me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. Goodbye guys.